In this video, I'll be trying a new product called Outset. Now, if you're a product manager, you know the difficulties that you have to go through when you conduct user research interviews. Not only conducting the research interviews is difficult, but the latter part is also equally difficult. We're talking about transcription, synthesizing the feedback, understanding exactly what the user said, and then summarizing all of it as your research findings and making sense of all the feedback that you have collected. Now, imagine doing that same process for multiple users. It is very difficult for a human being to scale at that level. For example, on a daily basis, you might be able to conduct about 5 to 10 research interviews, but it is not possible to interview, let's say, 15 people or 20 people every single day. This product promises something really good over here. So I'm going to check this out and see how this works. I'm on their landing page right now, so let's have a look at what they have to offer. As you can see, the hero section, which is the top part of the landing page, the scale of a survey, the depth of an interview. I would say it does have two keywords, which is survey and interview. So in a way, it conveys something. But the next line is what makes the most difference, which is let AI conduct and synthesize video, audio, and usability sessions with hundreds of participants at once. Now, this is what I'm most interested about. How are they going to conduct hundreds of interviews at the same time? As you scroll down, you get to see a video where you have some explanation on what the product does. And they also have a case study linked over here, which is interesting because they have chosen Nestle brand as a case study here, and that really increases that social proof. The next thing that I notice here is the option to try the product. Now they have two buttons here. One is to try it now or book a demo. This seems a bit more enterprise style product, but I'm really curious about what this try it button will do. If a product has something that you can try right away, I think that's what I would go for. So let's just try it out and see what they have to offer. So I'm going to enter my email address and continue. So I'm on the screen, which is like a welcome screen. Welcome to your AI video interview. This will be an AI powered interview where you will be prompted to answer questions. On the next page, you will be asked to grant permission to use your camera and microphone. Then you will walk through a short onboarding guide, hit allow to continue. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to click on continue. AI will ask you questions on a range of topics. Once the interview starts, AI interviewer will have a conversation with you and ask you a variety of questions. Now is when I understand that this is an AI interviewer. Now it could be a voice mode or it could be a video avatar. So I want to see which one they have gone ahead with. I have tried a similar product called Chica AI, where the voice interviewer is asking me questions and I have to respond to those questions. And here it seems like I have to have my video on and microphone on. So they're definitely recording my video and audio, but I want to see how the AI interviewer looks like. So let's click continue here. Okay, click the begin response button to start your answer. All right. And when you've read the full question and are ready to reply, click the begin response button. Clear. And click the end response button when I'm done. Fine. And feel free to ask the interviewer questions at any point. You can treat it like any other person you'd like to speak to. So far the instructions are pretty clear. Let's continue. So I have allowed the camera and the video here. Let's see how it works. Is everything set up correctly? Please speak into your mic to confirm working and ensure. Okay. And so I have got this selected. I think it works okay. Let's start the interview. Welcome to the AI Outset demo interview. Reply okay, I'm ready to start the interview. And let's say begin response. Okay, I'm ready. There is no sound so far. This is only a question and I have to respond in a video and audio format, which is kind of weird that you don't feel like you're talking to a person at this point at all. Let's just go ahead with this. My company name is Maria. Could you tell me a bit more about your company, like what you do or full legal name? My company name is Maria Martin Consultancy and I'm a product manager. Thanks for clarifying. Can you walk me through how your team currently conducts research? What tools do you use? Currently, we use mix of tools. So right now we have UX researchers who go out and talk to the customers, and we have some internal tools where we record all the interviews, and that's how we conduct interviews today. Could you tell me more about the specific platforms or software your team uses for scheduling, conducting, or analyzing those research interviews? So at this point, I want to skip through this whole interview and save you some time over there, and let's see how it goes towards the end. So that was it. It completed, and I'm getting redirected now. And here's what I can see. They have an option to put a demo request. Now, I'm not an enterprise customer, and this definitely does not look like a fit for me. This was perhaps the shortest exploration I've ever done of a product. This seems like a very enterprise focused product. So only the demo is available for you on their website. And then if you want to log in, I have had some errors in logging in, so I couldn't really log in there. And therefore, I cannot try the next part of their product, which is the analysis and the synthesis of the feedback that they do. And that's something I could not really check or test at all. They do not seem to have sign up flow. So it means that when you book a demo or you want to go ahead with this product purchase, the sales team might be giving you the login credentials, and that's how you can log in there. So this is not a product that is available for anybody that wants to try out. However, having a demo on the website is really good thing. It gives you an idea of what the product actually does. Now, there are a couple of thoughts I have on this as the company and as a user as well. As a user, I do not think I'll ever be part of any interview that is conducted in this manner. My expectation was I would have someone talking to me. So it could be an AI interviewer, it could be a real person, but when I'm in a user interview like this, I do not expect to read question off of a screen and then answer that. As a company, however, there is an upside to this. Now, the idea here is to deploy this at scale and in such a way that, let's assume you send it to 1000 users and only 10 people end up responding to this. It's still a good number because you do not need a lot of effort in deploying to 1000 people. So this kind of interview can be deployed to people at scale, and your participation rate could also differ based on how much of your company is valued by your customers. But it is not a bad idea for a company to deploy a solution like this and sort of, shoot in the dark and see what hits. If you remember on the landing page, they had given the example of Nestle. Now, these are the kind of companies that would exactly look for a solution like this. They may have their UX research teams, but then they probably are also looking for deploying interviews and surveys at scale. And then even if they get a participation rate of 1%, 2%, that's still going to be a huge number for them because of their audience and their customer base. If you're a small business or a SaaS product that is just starting out, I do not think this is going to be a viable solution for you. If you're a very small company, you would rather talk to your customers face to face and show them who you are instead of deploying surveys and interviews like this. Outset is really interesting product, and I hope there will be more products like this in the user research area. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.